Hello everyone, welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 S-hooks that sell well. Thanks for watching. Okay everyone, here we are at the anvil. So I'm going to be taking and showing you guys 3 different S-hooks that you can make to sell online that sell pretty well. They are all the same length dimensions that you make them out of. These rods are 1/4 inch round diameter or I think that's 6 mil round if you're in the UK or anywhere else in the world pretty much besides America. I think it's 6 mil rod that you would use. And it was about 7.5 inches in length. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in mil, but maybe one of you guys, one of my subscribers from the UK could let me know what that is in length. Anyways, beyond moreover to the point, I digress. All 3 of these rods are exactly the same. We did the same treatment to the ends on all 3 of these rods. Now we get to take and have some fun with them and start classifying them as 3 separate products that we're going to be making. So the first one we're going to do is just your standard S-hook. For a lot of you guys, this will be redundant if you've already made S-hooks. The second one that we are going to be doing is a twisted S-hook. And then the last and the final one that we are going to be doing is one that has some flattened ends. And I'm going to show you kind of how that works there. So, we'll get started at it. Okay, everyone. The first step in making these S-hooks, as well as a lot of people know, is we're going to take and bend a little curly cue on the end of the S-hook. Right here you see me struggling with my tongs hitting stuff on the back end. This is where it's really important to take and make sure everything's out of your way before you go to do a bending operation like this. So I had to switch up my tongs, and that's okay, but we were able to get it bent. Essentially all the S-hooks I'm working on follow this same process, so nothing is different. You just want to make sure you got a good set of nicely fitted tongs to the work that you're trying to do. Here I'm showing you that we need to be careful of which way we roll the next little curly cue, as this is going to be an S-hook and it needs to curve around the opposite direction. Now that we've got that done, we'll go ahead and curve it around the opposite direction. You can do this with any hook bending jig you have, and you can also do S-hooks pretty easily at an anvil. Okay everyone, now you can take and see here that we've made essentially 3 exactly alike S-hooks. You can make these, you can make the center sections as long as you like. Some guys like to have more length between the 2 hook points. Some like them shorter. You know, more closed up, less closed up. Just whatever tickles your fancy. Pick a style that you like. Anyway, so now we're going to start converting these into 3 different stylings. So the first styling is just your simple plain S-hook. A lot of people like the simplicity of a nice clean S-hook, and so that's the first style that you can make. The things I want to point out when you're doing this, you want to take and have really nice organic curves to your S-hook. You don't want a lot of squares or blockiness or anything like that in it, or a bunch of flat spots. Try to have as much curvature and organicness that you can in one simple S-hook. If you're just selling a simple S-hook, it really comes down to the finish work. You can leave it just plain like this, but I find it best if you highlight it in some way to just jazz it up just a little bit. With these, you can just do traditional blacksmith finishes. You can brass brush them. You can do all sorts of different finishes to give them that little extra added touch. So that's one of the styles. We're going to go ahead and go on to this style, though, and we are going to make a twisted S-hook. And I'm going to be over at the anvil, and I'll do a little voiceover, and I'll show you how that's done. The reason for the voiceovers is because the forge is very loud and I find it hard to project my voice loud enough for everybody to hear me. So we'll go ahead and do the voiceover, and I will show you how we're going to twist this center section to give ourselves an entirely different looking hook. And then last but not least, I'll show you the flattened S hook. Okay, for this first S hook, we're just going to flatten the center portion in between the two hooks. This is what's going to give us our decorative twist. If you already started with some square stock, it's very easily done with square stock. All you have to do is twist it. But considering we started with round, we need to take and develop a flat space in order to be twisted. All I'm doing there is dressing that up, and you can see how that turns out there. While that's back in the fire, I'm going to go ahead and do the flattened S hook. I find it best and most efficient to take and work on multiple pieces at once. So all we're doing is flattening out the hoops, and this is a pretty simple process. Keep in mind when you do this that the metal is going to stretch on the outside edge and compress on the inside edge, so your S hook will change in shape a little bit. So be careful of rolling your eyes too tight to where the hook is too closed up, because it will close up even more when you flatten out the S hook. So here I'm just planishing out some hammer blows, but you can start to see kind of the different effect that it has. And in the final video clip of this video, you'll see the real difference between the other ones. So I'll go ahead and set this one off to the side and get started on the other one. To twist this, I find it easy to just use a set of tongs. Give it a twist, no certain order, get the hooks past each other, and voila, you have a twisted S hook. I'm using my rawhide mallet to go ahead and straighten things out a little bit, and this also helps to pop off the scale that is on the piece. And then you should end up with something that looks like so. Not too bad, if I'd say so myself. Okay, everyone, we're done. So as you can see the difference, the clear difference between the three different style S hooks. We have our plain one on the left, we have our twisted one in the middle, and we have our just plain flattened one all the way to the right. The flat one's a lot thinner, but it gives it more volume from a side presence. The twisted one just looks like really pretty and looks like you gave it the extra effort. And then the plain one is for more sleek designs for people's sensitivities when it comes to that. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I greatly appreciate the feedback of all my loyal subscribers out there. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.